Hi guys. I'm going to read another poem from my book, which is backwards probably, Cadence of the Soul. This one is called The Land of Sand and Red Solo Cups. Take my glasses off. How are you, they ask, but they really just want you to keep walking on by. If I were to answer, I would say, I'm thirsty. I'm so very, very thirsty. I could really use a drink, but they wouldn't understand because they would bring me sand. Bring me sand in a red solo cup and tell me that it's water and urge me to drink. I would sit there holding the red solo cup full of sand they call water and stare in their face as they smile and stare into mine. Take a drink, they would say, and I'd give it back, and a tear would form on the edge of my lid. But I'm thirsty, I told you. I'm ever so thirsty. I need some water, please. Please, can you just bring me some water before my insides come out and die? Stare back at me, they would, with those sad, sad eyes and a cock of their head, like I'm the one losing the crux of my mind, when it's them who handed me a solo cup of sand and told me to drink, as though they weren't trying to kill me from the inside out. Hey, passerby, can you come here, please? Can you tell this person how thirsty I am? And please, oh please, dear passerby person, can you get me some water so I don't die right before your eyes? Stare back at me, they would, with those sad, sad eyes and a cock of their head, like I'm the one losing the crux of my mind. Then they'd take that red solo cup of sand in hand and tell me to drink, as though they weren't trying to kill me from the inside out. And I'd realize I am alone in this desert, this land of sand and red solo cups, and no one can hear or see what I'm really trying to say. As hard as I try, it won't matter. What's the matter? It don't matter. If that resonates with you at all, it might mean that you've felt that no matter how hard you sometimes try to relate to someone how you feel inside, you just can't quite explain it to somebody. You just can't quite get the right words. It doesn't explain it. And maybe they say, oh yeah, I get what you're saying, and then they try and repeat what you're saying, and inside you're like, yeah, no, that's not quite what I'm talking about. And then you kind of feel more alone and isolated and like, nobody knows what I'm talking about. I've had feelings that I've tried to explain to people that I get inside, and they either don't know what I'm talking about, or they might be like, oh yeah, I know what you're saying, and then they try and relate back to me what they think I'm talking about, and I think in my head, I don't think it's the same. And then I think, am I the only one in the world that ever gets that feeling? Maybe I'm not explaining it right. And I think I can't be the only one. I can't be the only one that ever feels that feeling. Like there's this, like, sometimes I feel like suddenly hyper aware of being in my body. I don't know how to explain it, but like I just suddenly become hyper aware of my body. I don't know. And and it kind of brings me anxiety all of a sudden, and I feel trapped, like, in my body. And it's like I just feel like hiding or running away. I don't know, but it's like I feel trapped in my body, and like I never know how to explain that feeling. I either heard someone talk about it, or I read somewhere about this like hyper awareness. Oh, what did they call it? Like hyper body awareness or something. I don't remember quite what they called it, but they were explaining it, and I was like, I think that might be what I feel sometimes. And I was so relieved to have someone possibly explaining what that feeling is, and that I might not be the only one that has it. That I just cried. I was just so excited that that might be what that is, and that other people know about it. And it was such a relief. But I think that's like kind of where this poem came from. And it also kind of came from, sometimes feeling just so deeply isolated in depression sometimes too. Like you just feel like you're unreachable or something, and like, trying to communicate with people, but it's almost like there's like this veil between you and them, and like almost like a bad dream, like you're trying to say something but they're not getting it. Like I've had dreams too where I'm trying to tell somebody something, and like when I was a kid, I'd have dreams I'm trying to tell the grown-ups something, like something serious, like it's an emergency or something, and their responses are all kind of like smiles and, oh yeah, that's nice, sweetie. And I'm like, no, it's not nice, it's bad. Like I'm trying to tell you something, and they're like, why don't you just sit down here and have a cookie or something? And I'm like, no, you're not hearing me. And so I don't know, maybe that's kind of like what I'm trying to grasp in this. Sometimes I just, I'm not even sure if I knew at the time when I was writing this. Sometimes things just come out of me, and then I know after I wrote it where it came from. Like I write things, and then I discover afterwards when I read it where it came from. Kind of like that. So I am going to do a healing session for anyone out there who is open to it and who this resonates with. And it doesn't have to resonate with you on the same level that I was talking about. Whatever, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do right now. So just relax, and I'm going to connect with the energy of whoever is watching and listening to this now and in the future, and since energy knows no place or time, time is not linear, this qualifies for whenever anyone tunes in. I'm gonna get more comfortable here. You just stay there, buddy. Okay. Just take a deep breath and relax. Take a deep breath again. Relax more. Remember to relax your jaw. It's very typical to keep your jaw tight when you think you're relaxed, and then when someone mentions it, you realize that your jaw is all tightened up. So separate your teeth, relax your jaw, relax your face. Take another deep breath and let it out. You know what? I'm going to try something this time. One second. Be right back. Okay. Stay here, buddy. It's okay. Yeah. Mama's right back here. Watch your tail there. All right. I've been using these dowsing rods to measure energy. Yeah. Okay. Well, like I said, Spirit knows no space or time. Our Creator knows no space or time. So this works just like as if it was live. So the rods cross when there's blocked energy. So I'm using the screen of my phone as this is anyone who's tuning in. So that's the intention. So I'm going to hold the rods toward the screen. Okay, so the rods are crossing. Okay, thank you. All right, so I'm going to do the healing session now. Thank you. All right. Okay. Deep breath. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Okay, now take the rods. And we check that energy is open. So yeah, they're actually moving farther and farther away from each other. So energy has been opened up, unblocked. So thank you. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.